With a potential spoiler for plans and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Revealing what led up to her departure from WWE, Kelly told Chris Van Vliet, "I had been wrestling for almost 7 years, 300 days a year, never really injured, no time off. So when I got the time off, I enjoyed it and I was able to really just enjoy myself, enjoy my time. I was burnt out. I was tired. I just felt like I was dreading having to go back on the road every weekend and do it. I didn't want to do this for the fans. I didn't want to do this for me. I wanted to do like a Barbie blank calendar, and they were like, no, because we're in the PG era. So I was just like, okay, I need to step away. I've said this too. I think when your heart isn't in it, it shows in your wrestling. You just look like you don't want to be there. You're tired. You're not putting 100% into your matches. No, I didn't get to say goodbye on TV. I got a call and I was on my day off. I was like, okay, I get it. I feel like I'd kind of been slacking off too. When I had the conversation with Hunter, he was like, look, the door is always open for you. Go see what else you want to do. Go do whatever you want to do. And if you want to come back, great. They were like, we know you want to do other things. We want to see you happy. We can tell you're not very happy here right now. I was happy not being on the road. I was seeing someone at the time and I wanted to put time and effort into that." During that same interview, Kelly would address a rumor that she demanded a match at the Evolution event earlier this year. I wanted to talk about this because it was a thing. When I got the call, it was for Atlanta. It just so happened to be the only weekend I had off, and my kids already had something going on. I really want them to see me when I come back, but they wouldn't have been able to make it. There were just too many things keeping me from going. Of course, then you read the dirt sheets, and somebody was saying that higher-ups claimed I only wanted to come back if I had a match, which couldn't be further from the truth. I didn't need a match to come back. If I was in LA, I would have been there, no questions asked. But to fly across the country like that, especially with my kids, I'm very careful right now about what I say yes and no to. Maybe when they're a little older, 6 or 7, I would have done it, but that was my one free weekend and I didn't want to put them on a plane. It was just too much. It was a last minute call. I would have been able to clear everything and make sure. I think my husband had to work that weekend too, so then I was gonna have to figure out my nanny situation. Like I said, if I was on the West Coast, I could have made it work. I could have figured something out, but my husband was having to work. He's an engineer. He's building the underground subways here in LA, and they were doing a night thing, so he was having to work. It was just a lot. And that's the thing. It had nothing to do with wanting a singles match. WWE knows exactly why I said no, and they were totally fine with it. They were like, when we're in LA, you'll be there? And I'm like, yes, I will be there. So that was never a conversation like, Kelly has to come back, she has to be in a match. Never. And it's like the dirt sheet said, oh, well, the higher up said she hasn't been in the ring in 13 years. When I've done battle royals and stuff, I've gotten the call a week before, and I got in the ring and I wrestled every day. So it has nothing to do with that. Everybody that I talk to in WWE knows the reason. So it's just like for people to come out and be like, oh, she thinks she's better than sitting in the crowd and she thinks that she deserves a match. No, I would have gladly appeared in the crowd. When they came for the Netflix thing, I wanted to go to that because it was in LA. So it's just different circumstances that happen. And life, right? At the end of the day, I have to thank WWE for my career. They're who made me. I wouldn't have the career that I have if it wasn't for them. I am so appreciative of them. That's why I signed a Legends deal, and that's why I still come back all the time. But yeah, I think hopefully a few years down the line, when my kids will be able to sit next to me if I'm in the crowd and cheer me on. Talking about AEW President Tony Kahn, AAA's Conan noted on his Keeping It 100 podcast, he's a money mark and was able to get into the places most people wouldn't, and throwing tantrums. And you know, this is what can he do? What can he do? Bro, first of all, you have to have leadership qualities. You're either born with them or somebody teaches them to you, but he's not a natural leader. He's not a strong leader. He's very wishy-washy. He'll tell you one thing, then another, and you're like, bro, you told me this, and you told me that, but now you're telling me this. And then, a lot of people don't want to make waves. They're getting paid, and they're like, whatever he wants to do. And I don't want to say names because there's people that I tell him, I go, why do you do that? He goes, Tony's idea. And I go, why do you go along with it? He goes, I don't give a damn, just pay me. And when you're working like that, that's not a good place to be. And he knows he has the power, and he's not a guy that a lot of the boys over there that talk to me respect. And that has nothing to do with he went to work with CMLL, or he doesn't want to use me, or any other stupid excuse that you can come up with because I'm bitter against him. No, I'm telling you how it is. You're hearing it from Jack Swagger. You've heard bits and pieces from other people, and as time goes on, you're going to hear even more. And at the end, people will go, you know what, Conan was right. Because I don't have any reason to lie. I don't have any reason to make up. There's no reason. I'm telling you as it is. Speaking about Rajah Jackson's attack on Psycho Stu, Ric Flair told The Escapist, I'm very close to Rampage, and I tried calling him, but obviously he wasn't taking calls. A receipt here or there keeps everybody straight, but not to that extent. I'm not defending the actions by any means, but you never know the extent of what happened if you were not there. We are probably missing several key components to what happened. I've never lost my cool in the ring. I've had to punch some guys back like Vader just because he was always trying to rough me up. One punch, and then everybody calms down. Smooth it over. Making another statement about his son attacking Psycho Stu, Rampage Jackson said this on Instagram, not justifying anything. I'm going against my attorney's advice by talking about it, but people seem to think Rajah wasn't allowed in the ring. Hopefully the threats to my family members will stop after this. This will be the last post about it. This video is still only an edited clip to stop some of the misinformation. Rajah is still a POS for what he did, but he's not the only person that handled things wrong. But Rajah is the only one I'm disappointed in this situation. Psycho Stu didn't deserve what happened to him. Everybody that knows me knows how much love and respect I have for our military and our veterans. Rajah had no idea who Psycho Stu was or that he had PTSD. I would hope that if my son knew that, he would have handled it differently. I would have. This part is for the racist people only. You know who you are. I'm talking to all different races. Look at this situation as two men getting themselves involved in something stupid that could have been avoided. At the end of the day, a man was hurt. Let's hope we can move on and learn from this and everyone gets the punishment that they deserve, even my son. Nobody is above the law. There is an update on the Liv Morgan stalker incident, with Ringside News writing, Liv Morgan's alleged stalker, a Canadian wrestling fan named Sean Chan, is trying to get released from jail before his criminal trial begins. According to PW Insider, on August 20th, Sean Chan's lawyer filed a motion requesting the court to release him from jail until trial, saying he could live at a Salvation Army facility. The court has not decided on this request yet. For now, Chan is still being held in Hernando County, Florida. On May 26th, Chan flew from Scarborough, Ontario to Orlando, Florida. When questioned by customs officers, he said he would be staying at the WWE Performance Center, which doesn't have any living facilities. 4 days later, according to court documents, he traveled several hours to Liv Morgan's house. He circled the property a few times, went into her backyard, and tried to get in through the front door but failed. He also picked up an air pellet that was on her porch, waited outside for her, then left a note before leaving. It's me, Sean, the guy you all play with online. You've been trying to reach me when I wasn't in the game, so who's the stalker? I never did anything bad for over 10 years. But you still hate me. I came here just for a friendly visit, nothing more. Yet I look like the stalker thanks to you. I won't care about any of you anymore. I'll start saying and doing whatever I want. I just wanted you to know I was here. WWE security saw the footage from Morgan's home, recognized Chan, and contacted the FBI. He was arrested on June 3rd. On June 25th, he was officially charged and now faces up to 5 years in prison. The case of Liv Morgan's alleged stalker is disturbing and shows how dangerous obsessive fans can become. Since Chan is asking to be released before his trial, there are concerns about whether the court will agree, given how serious his actions were and the possible threat to Morgan's safety, so we'll have to see what will happen in the end. When it comes to additional information on plans for the vacant WWE Women's World title, Billy Buddy said this on the Dirty Sheet Wrestling Informer podcast. As things stand, the plan is for Rhea Ripley to recapture the vacant championship in her home country of Australia at the WWE Crown Jewel PLE next month. It's also believed that Rhea Ripley will end her losing streak to Io Sky en route to reclaiming the championship. A match between Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquera set for the title at WrestlePalooza, as it remains to be seen how this all plays out. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.